Firstly, what a match. I think this is one of the I think it's the first exciting match this season in IPL. I'm personally rooting for SRH because that's where I'm from, and I love my team. They're fantastic. We have Pat Cummins now. We have Klassen. We have Aiden Markram, Glenn Phillips, and see, that's what it is. Apart from Bhuvneshwar, I can't name any Indian talent. I think that's the problem with SRH. They need marquee players who are or have played extensively in the Indian team or currently playing in the Indian team. I'm just noticing, right? Like all the other teams, they have somebody who's playing in the national team who is also experienced. I get that has been one of the most important fixtures in the Indian national team, but unfortunately, BCCI does this shit again and again. I think they're missing out on a very, very, very good bowler. He'd be very useful in the T20 lineups, but also, I guess injuries versus a lot of young competition, completely understand that. But apart from Bhuvaneshwar, there are not a lot of Indian players in the team that can actually take this leadership or an experienced player's role, and that's sad. That is really sad. While I appreciate a lot of overseas players, now we have Travis Head and Pat Cummins. But when are they going to play them? You are only allowed to play 4 players in every match. Why did you buy all these international players and not using them? How can you have Travis Head and Glenn Phillips sitting on the bench? I think Glenn Phillips last season sat on the bench for most of his time, and that cannot be acceptable. But it is what it is. That's SRH management. They change the coach, they change the captain almost every year. I really wish that they had Aiden Markram as a captain even this year, but at the same time, you can't bring in a World Cup winning captain and not make him the captain. So very strange. It's too much confusion whenever I talk about SRH, but but at the same time, I think it's a good problem to have when you don't have players. There are some teams that just don't have such a strong lineup. Like I think LSG is one of them. But I feel like SRH has too many resources. Now they need to figure out how to use them based on the situation, based on the ground, etc., etc. So yeah. Secondly, I know everybody's shitting on their jerseys. I think it looks amazing. It's very different. It's not red and blue for God's sake. Even RCB went red and blue. That's just yeah. I'm glad they're experimenting with this. I think they adapted it from the SA 20 from the IPL tournament in South Africa, and that's fine. It's good. So, but that's it. I love it. My chips are on them this year. They have a great team. If they figure out how to do this, you know, they'll win this. So let's get to the match. Bhuvi is a different bowler, as in he had such a great start. But I think Rinku Singh and Dre Russ just changed the match, and it's just Dre Russ, man. I love the guy, but when your favorite player or when someone who you admire does this against your team, that's where it hurts the most. So 81 run partnership between Rinku and Dre Russ. You have to credit KKR's middle order. I mean, I thought it's all over. I thought they would wrap up the entire team for 150 runs, but that didn't happen, and they actually put up such a huge score. I think it was what 200 plus score, and then SRH bowling looks extremely good right now. They have Bhuvaneshwar, they have Janssen, Natarajan, Pat Cummins, Markandeya so Shehbaz Ahmed is doing all right, I guess. But they have the senior players lined up, and lined up really well. In fact, Natarajan's figures were so good in this match, as in 3 wickets for just 32 runs in the entire match, in the entire spell. That is speaking something. Poor guy had a very hard time last year, and this is a good start for him. So again, as I would always say, hoping that this year he would actually do really well. And on the other hand, Pat Cummins had no wickets, or yeah, just one wicket. Okay, and but he got Rinku Singh, so that's fine, I guess. And what is the other one? Marco Jansen. See, this is the change that I would make. I would definitely leave out Marco Jansen and have Glenn Phillips or Travis Head, one of those, based on where you want to play them. I feel like right now, although the openers did really well, Mayank Agarwal with 32 from 21, Abhishek Sharma with 32 from 19, like it's still good, but I would still need a harder hitter. Maybe replace, Marco Jansen and get another opener in. Maybe Travis Head, because we have Klassen for the middle order. So maybe Travis Head for the opening along with Abhishek Sharma could actually be something. Could be something. And Abhishek Sharma actually played a really good knock. Four fours and two sixes, 168 strike rate. Not an ordinary knock. I mean, I wish he carried on a little longer. Things would have been different. But apart from that, SRH's bowling looks really good. Batting looks fine. I mean, I didn't have a lot of complaints in this match. It's just lost in the last minute. What can you say? Like, these things happen all the time, and it was just completely unfortunate. I feel that they lost two wickets, and Harshit Rana, credit where credit is due. That guy was fantastic. Like, just bowled the over of his life. And although he gave out a six, he took two wickets and just sealed the deal. Did you see that scuffle between Rana and who was that guy? I think Mayank. Yeah, Mayank Agarwal. There's no need for that. We were like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's a nobody. Nobody knows him yet, but he did get fined 60% of a match fee. I hope he behaves. But yeah, great last over. That's how a death bowler is supposed to be. He completely contained SRH and won the match for the team. I think apart from Dre Russ, he should be the valuable player of this match. Now the SRH batting. Klassen, my goodness, he should. I wish that guy would have taken that single after he hit that first ball for six. That kind of ruined everything. Then he was just completely cheated into, um, with a slow ball, and that went for a catch. I wish things turned out different. This happened even last year. They would come this close. I mean, SRH had it. They had it. We knew they had it more than once in this match. Once when they were bowling, where it felt like, oh, we're going to wrap this up for 150, and bam, Dre Russ shows up and then just ruins all the plans, which is, you can't stop that guy. I think even Pat Cummins accepted it. Like, you cannot stop someone who's in that good of a form, especially a hard hitter like Dre Russ. And secondly, while they were batting, like, it was just small things, and the margin was so little, right? Like, they just lost by 4 runs. That just hurts. That really hurts. I wish they had, like, the middle overs were very tight. Like, I'm just looking at it. I saw the seventh over, Sunil Narayan really bowled well, very economic overs. I think the seventh over he just gave away 2 runs. And then his was that 13th over he only gave away 3 runs. So Sunil Narayan just kind of contained them. Mitchell Stark contained them. Those middle overs, if they can figure out a way to score a little sooner, things would have been different. But Klassen, what a madman. What a madman. Just when I was losing hope that this is over, he just comes in and plays like nobody else's business. I hope they retain Henrik Klassen for a very, very, very long time. 63 out of 29 balls. That's just madness. So, yeah, I just hope they retain him at all costs. I mean, get rid of Janssen, get rid of whoever, but do not get rid of Klassen. He's the future of SRH. He's going to win us a trophy someday. But there it is. Like, apart from Klassen taking on a huge role, I don't know, what else can be done to make SRH win. But yes, some really mad innings from both sides. It was a very little margin, so I'm not gonna be that mad or that disappointed. SRH has everything down on paper, just a few additions here and there, and I think they're going to go big. They are going to go big. So let's wait and see what they do in the next match. And oh, before we go, I saw a tweet I think was really funny. Pat Cummins, who actually won a World Cup, won the World Test Championship. He's an Ashes winning champion. He's an Ashes retainer champion. And then he bottled the game with Harshit, Rana and KKR at the IPL. That tells us that IPL is a different beast and IPL is not for everyone and SRH is not for everyone because somehow SRH manages to keep losing. So guys, please, next match, we're hoping for something big. See you later.